Hey everybody, I'm Alex with AmericanMuscle.com, and today I'm bringing you my detailed review of MBRP's XP Series 4-inch catback exhaust in the single side exit configuration, fitting all 2011 through 2014 3.5-liter EcoBoost equipped F150s. So you just heard what this thing's going to sound like on the 3.5-liter equipped EcoBoost. I think it's definitely going to be on the cleaner and more thick sounding side in comparison to some of the more higher pitch sounding exhaust out there, and right off the bat I'm going to be giving this a 3 out of 5 on the loudness or the wake the neighbors scale. The 4-inch XP catback exhaust that we have here today from MBRP is going to be a great option for the 3.5-liter EcoBoost owners out there for a couple different reasons. First and foremost, that 4-inch diameter that's going to be through and through this system is going to be the ideal size for a twin-turbo application, which is going to help your motor breathe that much more effectively, but for something that's not going to be sacrificing that noise inside the cabin, but to get that tone outside of the cabin. Now, the XP Series catback from MBRP should definitely appeal to any EcoBoost owner out there as well, due to the fact that this is going to be one of the more aggressively priced options out there. And being said, I'll say it right now, this is only going to set you back about $450, which is going to be due to the muffler type as well as the construction and materials used, which I'm going to hit on very shortly. So something I really like about this system from MBRP, which is pretty typical of most, if not all, exhaust companies out there, is that this is going to be a single side exit or a factory style exit location, which I personally just think looks a little bit on the cleaner side, but no matter what you're looking to spend, what kind of sound you're after between MBRP's XP or the Installer series, they're going to give you a variety of different exits, be it the factory location like we have here today, or a turn down, or even a split or a dual that's going to shoot right out of the back. At the end of the day, it's really going to come down to the look that you're after, but given that they're going to be using a similar muffler throughout your entire exhaust lineup, you're still going to be getting that similar sound. Now, piggybacking onto that sound, like you just heard, this is honestly going to be something, in my opinion, it's going to be a little bit more on the milder side in comparison to, say, something like a Flowmaster kit or a Ford Racing by Borla. Despite having that 4-inch construction as well as having a very, very open muffler, it's honestly going to be that much more livable and tame when you're driving around town. Now, on cold start, you're going to be getting a ton of feedback, lots of snap, crackles, and pops, but once this thing comes up to temperature, it's honestly very on the quiet side. Now, that's one of the things that I like about this system the most because it's very manageable and livable. If you're cruising around town, it's going to be very tame, it's going to be very subtle, but once you stick your foot through the firewall, you downshift a couple gears, it's definitely going to come to life, and it's going to let everybody else around you know your system is definitely aftermarket. Now, being a 2014 3.5-liter EcoBoost owner that has a similar system in terms of the muffler construction on my own personal truck that's done some really long drives, I'm talking like about 14 or 15 hours, I can again attest to just how livable the system is. That's going to be great if you have friends, family, or kids that have sensitive ears because this isn't going to be on all the time. It's again really going to be dependent upon just how far you're sticking your foot into the pedal. Switching gears and taking a look at the construction and materials of this specific system, as well as running this in comparison to some of MBRP's other options. Right out of the box, everything looks just as it should. Welds on the muffler look great, the tip looks fantastic, nothing raises an eyebrow here. This is honestly what I have come to expect from MBRP, as they honestly make a really great system. So I mentioned earlier that I was going to break down the XP series in comparison to some of MBRP's other options out there, but for the time being, we're going to see that this is going to be comprised out of a 409 stainless steel. That's going to have a 4-inch diameter. It's going to feed through MBRP's bullet style muffler, which is not going to have all that much material inside, which is where you're going to be getting that sound from. And all that's going to exit through MBRP's 5-inch polished tip, which might sound like it's a little bit on the larger side, but on the truck, it looks pretty perfect. Now, in comparison to MBRP's Installer series, they're going to be utilizing an aluminized steel, which will be that much more inferior than a 409 stainless. That's why you're going to see that price fluctuate, but despite this being a premium material, it's still going to be a pretty affordable option in my opinion. So while we're talking about budget, I've said it a couple times already throughout the course of this video, this is only going to set you back about $450, which in my opinion is going to be pretty aggressively priced, considering that you're going to be getting 409 stainless throughout, a bullet style muffler, which is where you're going to be getting that thick and raw tone, and then at the end of the day, it's going to exit through that massive 5-inch polished tip. Now on the flip side here, guys, in the same price range, you will see that pipes and CGS will have systems that are pretty similar in terms of the money that's going to be spent here. It's ultimately going to come down to what you want to spend, the look, the materials, as well as what kind of reviews you're reading on the product page on our website. Now, getting this onto your truck is not going to take a day. Just like I had said up top, you're looking at a very straightforward 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter and about a couple hours worth of labor. I did mention that depending on your cab size, which can either be the standard cab or the super cab with 8-foot bed, that there might be some slight cutting involved. If that's going to be one of you owners out there, then I would just make sure to have a Sawzall and a couple fresh blades handy before you tackle this install. Now we're going to begin by taking your factory system off here, where that WD-40 or some blaster is going to come in handy so you can hit any type of hanger or insulator, as if your factory system's been on your truck for a little bit of time, they're probably going to be pretty stubborn coming off. Now first up, you're going to need to loosen the flange right behind your Y pipe and then loosen up the clamp, which is going to be located in front of your factory muffler. And after that, you're just going to need to remove your hangers from the insulators and then remove your factory exhaust off of your truck. Now getting your new MBRP system on, you're going to want to start with your front pipe getting into the existing flange, utilizing the supplied hardware. You'll then need to slide the 3-inch clamp over the front pipe and then install the 3-inch hanger clamp to the extension pipe or the front pipe depending on your bed length, and then place the hanger into the foremost existing rubber insulator. Now once that's completed, slide a 3-inch clamp over the extension or front pipe and then attach the muffler along with inserting the muffler hanger into the existing rubber insulator. After that, loosely install the over axle pipe, connecting it to the muffler outlet using a 3-inch clamp. So after that's done, simply install your new exhaust tip, get it up in line where you think it's going to look best, and then simply tighten it down right behind the tip. Now once you're completed there, you're damn near done. The only thing I would recommend doing is just getting all your connections a good once over, making sure that your fuel, brake lines, and spare tire are not going to be coming into contact with anything, then you're good to go. Alright guys, so just to wrap things up here, some final thoughts. If you're the 3.5 liter EcoBoost owner and you're looking to get into a very budget-friendly system, it's going to wake your truck up moderately but not make you hate riding it inside on long trips, I would definitely recommend checking this out for your truck. I'm Alex, and that's my review of MBRP's 4-inch catback in the single-side exit configuration, fitting all 2011 through 2014 3.5 liter EcoBoost F150s, which can be found right here at AmericanMuscle.com.